7 days, no obligation, just 7 days for an opportunity to make yourself a better man. Divorce, hardships, we all have or are going through it. You are not alone. Join the Brotherhood, Northman Coaching on School. Stop by today and begin the journey. Shoulder to shoulder, brick by brick. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. You are worth it. Join today.
Here, what's up, Joel? Good evening and welcome to Living by Oak Values. I am Gary, the Superior Mailman, with my co-host AJ, the Superior Dude. I don't know, whatever.
There you go. I like that.
Like that?
The Superior Dude.
Good dude.
Superior Dude.
So last week we talked about when worlds break and breaking down how a man is broken down, and we have to break a man down to rebuild him. Today we're going to talk about rebuilding the man after the ruins. So the man is now crumbled; he's got nothing left. Now somebody just swept up his crumbs and they threw him into this Northman Coaching School. We have a pile of crumbs, and we as a group are going to build this man back up, starting with his foundation.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Shoulder to
Brick
shoulder
by
and brick by brick. Right now it's crumble by crumble.
Crumble by crumble. Crumble in the rumble.
Oh, now we're rhyming.
That's it.
He's a poet, didn't know it.
That first question, right? Is he staying broken or is he rebuilding stronger? That's the question that all men must ask when they start the Brotherhood.
They must ask. So
Big
the
question.
rubble stage, facing the collapse. So when everything has fallen apart, you can do two things. You can look inward or you can look outward. And if you are looking outward, then you will stay rubble for a very long time.
Sure.
No matter what AJ could possibly do to me, if I allow things to happen where I am broken down to nothing, I have a ton of responsibility and accountability for where I'm at. So no matter what anybody has done to you, you have to look inward to see where you went wrong, who you let into your life, what boundaries got crossed, if you even had the boundaries, what values were not honored, if you had the values. And once you look inward and figure out what you can change, what you can own, then and only then can you start to rebuild.
That's right. Building that foundation, that becomes your first steps. Once you're in the Brotherhood, finding your traits, your characteristics. Yeah, it's just the important beginning stages. But the great thing is for the men that are a part of the Brotherhood is you're here and you've started. And that is the most important part, is realizing that you need brothers. You need a brotherhood, and not the type of brothers that you find out in the world that just agree with you or have your back. You need a real brotherhood, like our Brotherhood school.
Yes. So Joel just said on TikTok that looking outward is the person playing victim, looking for a validation. So woe me, look what has happened to me, coddle me, make me feel good again because I'm broken and I need you to tell me that I'm okay. And looking inward is taking accountability and acceptance. So if you can look in that mirror and say, I am okay, or I will be okay. I know that I'm broken, but I will be okay. Once I can tell myself that, that's when I know that I am starting on this path.
Right.
Nate just joined. Welcome, Nate.
Welcome, Nate. So Chris said on TikTok, can you custom build, like build a bear?
Yes, you can. Once you are broken down, even before you're broken down, you can absolutely custom build. Who do you want to be today? Right. You know, my whole life. So I'll just go with me. It's my whole life. I was a cook. I started off as cooking, and then I became a chef, and then I ran restaurants. Now I'm a mailman. And the mailman thing started, and a life coach, which is even bigger now than it was then. But the mailman and life coach thing started right as I was getting divorced. So yes, I can custom build. I threw the whole thing away that I was before, all the stuffing. I just kept the outside, the skin, if you will. That sounds a little creepy. And I put a new stuffing into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Joel wants long hair like AJ. Joel, you just need hair, really. You have long hair like Chris has long hair.
Yeah, we might have to actually send you to the Hair Club for Men, brother. They have great offers now, brother.
So as far as the rubble goes, I'm going to read so Psalms 51:17. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. I don't know what that even means. God you will not despise. Help me out with that. You know more than I do.
I'm going to be
Or not.
honest. I'm not really sure what
Okay.
contrite means. So the sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, and what is it? A broken and contrite
Yeah.
heart. Yeah, I mean it's got to
Remorseful.
be like
Remorseful.
an
Joel said remorseful.
indecisive, remorseful.
Sure.
Okay, that
All
makes
right.
sense. Yeah, indecisive.
Broken
Yeah,
spirit, a broken and remorseful heart. Sure. Perfect. Okay. So, but the point there I'm trying to make is that God does not reject a broken man. You have a failed marriage. You have a failed life. You have whatever. God will not reject you. If you believe, he will not reject you.
that's right.
Continue to work on it. Do the best you can to rebuild, make it the way you want it,
Yep.
but you will not be rejected.
Yeah, God will always meet you in the ruins. He will always meet you no matter what season of life you are in. It doesn't matter if you've been lost in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights or 7 years. God will always meet you in the ruins. He will always meet you no matter where you are or whatever place that you're in or state that you're in. You just
Absolutely.
have to seek him as
So,
long as you seek him.
AJ, what is it that collapsed in your life that forced you to see the truth about yourself?
You know, after my accident and realizing, so at first, I don't think I did realize. I was just so angry, in pain, just miserable. The psychological aspect started to play tricks with me. And when it wasn't just friends that were gone, it was now my wife and my children that walked out as well. I had to take a really hard look at myself and my life. And I remember thinking to myself, this is it. I've lost everything. I've lost my career, I've lost my friends, I've lost my children, I've lost my wife, and I'm about to lose my arm, and I'm losing my mind on top of it. And I prayed, and I didn't know what to do. And I decided to throw a line out. I put a post on Facebook. You responded to it, actually.
Damn it.
You were the one that responded, yeah. After you responded to that post and I looked at what I had actually put out into the world for people to see, I was ashamed. I was ashamed that I let myself fall so hard. But then I realized that that was okay. It was okay because I needed to build. I needed to find a way to pull myself somehow back to whatever the best version of myself could be. And as I was saying earlier, I don't even like that line anymore. I really don't like the line, be the best version of yourself. It almost puts you in a box, and it's a box that you can put confinement around, right? The best version of yourself. No, you want to be the best version of a man. The best version of a man that you can be. But yeah, my place was outside of just the fact that I've lost everybody in my life, pushed everybody away. Seeing that after I did that on my own, I then went and put it out to the world like I was a victim.
So most men do that.
Oh, yeah.
Or most people do that, actually, I think. So,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
thing that happened, I think for you, I'm going to tell you is that once you put those words on paper or on the computer and hit send or post or whatever, it's like looking in the mirror and saying, I'm broken, I'm this, I'm that. And once you say it, it hits you.
Yeah.
But I think what you did was the right thing because, I
It
mean, I
was.
reached out and I think I'm sure other people must have reached out because I was worried about you, actually. I remember that day and I was like, if this dude does something really stupid, I'm going to be pissed.
And it's unfortunate to think back, but I was there. I was there, unfortunately.
We've all been there before, brother.
Yeah. And it was an unfortunate thing, but no, I'd have to go back and look at that post. Might just be the way I'm remembering it, but what I remember is you reaching out. I don't
I
remember
wouldn't even go
anybody
back and
else
look at it.
reaching out. Yeah.
That
Well,
person's
that's the
dead.
thing. Right. That person is so far gone, and anybody that was really a part of that person's life back then, outside of Kate and the kids, like they're not a part of my life anymore. Because if they were, they would have been there.
That's the old life. That's it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
when
the
you
old
shed that
life,
skin,
and
everything else has to go. So that brings us to the next part, which is the inspection stage.
love it.
And this is a good one because when you see guys that, and if I offend anybody, sorry, but I'm not sorry. When you see guys that are married 4 or 5 times, this is because it's always seems to be her fault or your mother-in-law's fault. And I think the mother-in-law probably has a lot to do with it every time. But, The thing is, they did not do the inspection stage. They did not. They did not take the time to understand why it fell.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
understand why things happen, it helps you to control things or have more control of things.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I absolutely agree. Um, yeah, it's really important. But yeah, you're right. I agree.
And so many men, they rush forward without asking, why did their
Yeah.
life collapse? So my woman
Yeah.
just left. I'm a mess. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run out and start dating right now.
Yep.
That'll fix all of my
Yep.
problems.
With that choice of that rebound, that quick rebound, right?
Quick rebound.
I'm going to fix everything. I'm just going to pick myself back up and I'm going to go find that new girl to date. It's going to fix it all. You got to love that thought process. When you think back at it, man, is it funny.
Joel said, after 2, I would just be a bachelor, not marriage material, obviously. I'm gonna have to challenge you on that, Joel. I think
Yep.
we are all marriage material if we put the work in.
Agreed.
And we find the woman that has put the work in. And it's funny, I
Agreed.
actually saw this is nothing to do with what we're talking. Well, it does actually, but we didn't discuss this earlier. I saw a post earlier today on TikTok about men that choose eye candy versus men that choose soul food. Eye candy
There's a
fades.
lot of,
Soul food lasts a very long time.
that's right. That's right.
So
It's
it's
just
funny because
like,
you get to like my age and you're dating. I mean, I don't know. I hate to sound terrible about it, but it's like used car shopping. They've all got miles, they've all got baggage, but beneath all that, there is a gem that you have to find. But you need to take the time to
mhm.
find it.
Well, think about it, right? If I give you a piece of candy, are you going to be full?
Nope.
But if I give you a nice home cooked
What do you got?
meal, it's nice
No, what's
soul
the meal?
food,
What's the meal? What if it sucks?
right? Oh, I'm talking about soul food, real soul food.
What are you making?
That real feeling. All right, so we're gonna get you that New York strip steak,
That's soul
mashed
food? Okay,
potatoes,
I'm sold.
asparagus.
That's soul
That's
food. I'm
your
sold.
soul food.
You
You
got me.
know it's yours. It's yeah. I had to sell you. You said what you need.
If
All right,
you
Chris
do a
has a
baked mac and
question
cheese
here.
or something, maybe I don't know. I might go for the candy.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah, I go for the candy. All right, so Chris says, if what is true about abundance, there should be a lot of soul food. However, it seems the eye candy is everywhere. Well, Chris, here's the thing. Eye candy is all over the place if that is what you are looking for. It's just like when you decide to look at the negative in life instead of looking at the positives in life. When we start to look at just the negatives in life, then all we start to see is the negatives. When we look at positives, though, then we start to refocus everything that we are paying attention to. And we pay attention to just positive things. If you're just looking around aimlessly, then sure, what your eyes are going to catch is going to be the eye candy. That's what it's going to be every time. If you go out and you look for a real woman, then you're going to find a real woman. But trust and believe, you're not finding the real woman at the local bar or the local dive. If you go to the beach and start walking around with all the women in bathing suits, it's probably not the place to go either. You need to go to a decent place. I mean, listen, that's eye candy. Come on, that's the
I know a
beach.
decent place to go.
Oh, okay. No, I do too. It's called
Awakening.
the Awakening Church. I got you. I like it. Jakes, you owe me a Coke or something. No, I don't like soda.
I don't like soda either.
You
So.
owe me a water. But that's right. But back to what you were saying about rushing forward. I'm gonna read Limitations.
That's what I was going to ask you to do.
3-40. Let us examine our ways and test them, and let us return to the Lord. Inspection prevents repeating the same mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the insanity aspect of things. We continue to do the same thing over again, expecting a different outcome. If you don't inspect the foundation and make sure that it is secure now and it is grounded and that there are no cracks, no bubbles, then you're going to repeat the same thing all over again. And it's so important. That's why our brotherhood to go off track is just so important, because we repeat 4 times a week. We repeat the process of starting off our week the same way every Monday. We start off with our call. Wednesday, we have our call. Friday, we have our call. Thursday, we have our motivated men's. We are always doing that work. We are always inspecting our foundation and making sure that there are no cracks by
Absolutely.
continuing to do that work. And it's so important.
So every man, they have to ask, where was my foundation weak and what patterns did I ignore? And patterns that you ignore are also called red flags. So when you look at your past relationships, whether it's an ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, whatever, even an ex-friend, what do each of them have in common besides you? But remember that one thing that you do have in common with all of your exes is that you are a common denominator. But there's something
Yeah.
about each and every one of those people, I would have to imagine, I'm pretty sure I'm right, that are the same, they have the same exact problem, but you keep going after it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because most of us, when we don't have that solid foundation and we don't have unshakable values, and we just don't have boundaries in life, we keep finding the same situations in life. We keep chasing the same type of women. Like Chris said, we keep going after that eye candy. We're just rinsing and repeating just the eye candy, not paying attention to the fact that maybe it's time to try something different.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the sad part of going through those stages, and the unfortunate side of going through those stages, because we're just wasting time.
Yes. So
And every day is precious.
speaking of the eye candy, so and if you like do the online dating, which I guess everyone does these days, guilty as charged. But you see all the filters. All these women have the same exact filters. But if you go elsewhere to whether it's the beach or church or wherever you might be going, if you're looking for, let's say, let's put looks aside. I mean, looks are very important, but let's put them to the side as a second category. And let's look for someone who's expressing values, who has standards, who is, firm on her beliefs. Now you have three things right there. That's solid. Then we can put in looks. So if she's disgusting, well then okay, maybe it's a problem. But if she's okay, if she's a 5 and she has those values and those standards and the beliefs that you are looking for, then that's something that that's a person that you would probably want to grab a coffee with.
Yeah, for sure.
So I actually had a conversation with someone the other day, with a woman actually, and she was going through a breakup, and she was telling me, she's like, we were so aligned, Gary. I'm like, tell me more. Neither of us had kids, neither of us had pets. He liked my mom, and I liked his parents. I'm like, wow, that's great. But then she would go on to say, you know what? But he wasn't affectionate, and he didn't love me the way I wanted to be loved, and he didn't communicate very well. It's okay. And she's like, I just don't understand what went wrong. And I said, listen, if you could choose two men, one of two men for the rest of your life, a man that loves your mom, a man that has no dogs or no pets, and a man that has no kids, but he's going to love you the way that you want to be loved. Or you can choose the man who does like your mom. I think I maybe went backwards here. Nevertheless, the exact opposite. The man who likes everything and your family, but doesn't love you the way you want to be loved. Who are you going to choose? And she's like, wow, you're right. I'm like, I don't want to be right. I'm not here to be right. I'm here to help you see things differently. So it's important you're looking out for more than eye candy, but we went way off track. So next step is Brotherhood. This is where it all comes together, guys. And if you guys are not part of a Brotherhood, check out Northman Coaching School. 84 cents a day for the remainder of this year. What you want to do it?
Or you have, or you have the annual option. If you pay annually, it breaks it down to 54 cents a day. Monday, we have our perspectives call. Wednesday, we have our bridge. It's our bridge over, basically where we've came since Monday, and the bridge over for the rest of the week. Then Thursday, we have our motivated men's group, which is, to me, our very passionate meeting. It's not a quick call. That's an actual meeting. Everybody gets deep. That's a safe space. That's Fight Club, as I like to say, and throw that in there. What we discuss in there stays in there, but it gets real. It gets deep. It's personal, and it's a safe space, like I said. And then Friday, we have our RAG meeting, reflection, accountability, and gratitude. Reflecting is a great thing, but accountability is everything. Accountability really is everything. Taking accountability for yourself, the way that your week's gone, and the things that you have done shows that you are really building and that you are really standing on a solid foundation. And then gratitude, you need to remember to always be grateful. Always find the things that you are grateful for in life. Otherwise, it is easy to flip that coin and fall on the other side of things. And then, of course, you got to check us out on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Living by Oak Values podcast with Gary and AJ.
Isn't there checking out right now, probably, or not?
Yeah. No, we hope that you are. We hope that you are. And anybody that's in our TikToks, if you don't mind, we'd love it if you would share. We appreciate it if you do. When we do hosts like this, we don't have the option to actually share it out ourselves. So we would appreciate that. Also, if anybody wants to check us out, we Monday through Friday, we have our early morning coffee, devotional, and brotherhood.
And this week
Podcast
for
that
the
we
early
jump on.
morning devotional and brotherhood, I'm going to challenge AJ.
Mm-mm.
We're going to keep it to 15 minutes or less because this week my daughter's with me and I have to get ready for school and all that good stuff. Make sure she's on her
Stuff
toes, and I have to be
on your
on time for work
toes.
as well, or on time-ish, we'll call it. So yeah, I'm challenging you. So
Okay.
there we go.
I talk too much for anybody that's not
No,
sure.
we get sidetracked. Sometimes if it's not you, it's me with the microphone or cameras or the internet
I'm
last
just
time.
messing around. I'm messing around.
Well, no,
I do talk too much, but
you do sometimes.
yeah.
But you're good. Whatever.
It's
Anyway,
all right.
so I'm going to read the passage for the Brotherhood stage because funny story. So it is. You ready for it? Ecclesiastes
Good job, sir. Good job.
4:9-10, and it is. I've said this a bazillion times already, but two are better than one. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. And I get to read that one because last time I said it, I said Ecclesiastics, not Ecclesiastes. And my my ex-wife was watching, I guess, and she called me out. So
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think we always shout out to her for that.
yeah,
you know.
so thank you, Shannon, for calling
Thank
me
you,
out
Shannon.
on my Bible knowledge or lack thereof. Or maybe it's just my way I pronounce things. I can't read.
There you go. You can call it that. That's not. I don't know if that's integrity for accountability.
What? I can't read. It's
I
not. It's
think it
accountability.
was
I
more.
can't
I
read.
think it was more. I think it was more my fault.
What was your fault?
I'll take that. The way you were pronouncing it.
Why was it your fault?
Because that's what I kept saying. That was what I kept
I'm not
calling
blaming
it.
you. I'm not blaming you at all. You know, honestly, if you look at it, it doesn't say there's no C. So it's my fault for
Yeah,
not
I
reading
know.
right.
Yeah, I think I said it too, though. I honestly think I said it too, though. That's why
Joel
I say
says
it.
park the car.
Park the car.
Yeah.
They park in my car in Harvard Yard, sir. Don't worry
So,
about it.
but,
We'll go to Sam Adams and go to the game.
But that passage about two is better than one. That's exactly what we are building here in the North Man School.
That's it.
There is no man is left alone. And if you are a part of that group, we actually had a chat going today where one man was not feeling up to par, and I'm telling you, the amount of comments from everybody in there, and none of them was like, no one said man up or shut up or deal with it. Everybody was there with some advice and inspiration and stories of when they were in that exact spot and what they did. It's funny because I think about when you reached out on that post or put that post and I reached out to you. Like, I am so glad that I am where I am now, but it would have been super nice to have all of this when I went through what I went through. So yeah, so anybody that wants to join, like I said, 84 cents a day. This is the kind of stuff you get. You're feeling down, throw a message out there.
Yeah, you got to reach out.
Reach out.
You got to reach out. Don't try to do it. Don't try to walk alone. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Walking alone is a dangerous thing. You down just an isolated path of misery and depression and bad choices.
Bad choices. Everyone loves bad choices. They're always fun.
Yeah.
They make for a good
Thank you,
story.
everybody that's joined on TikTok. I'll ask you again for a minute if for anybody that's new in, if you don't mind sending out a share. We would
Sharon
appreciate
Blaze
it.
just joined. That's Brandon.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. Cookie for the fan club. Ron Blaze. Oh, that's Brandon. All right. How are we doing, Brandon? I did not know that. So how are you seeing that? I got to stop. It's unprofessional.
I don't know. I was going to ask.
How are you
I
seeing
guess they're
mine
in
all of a
both.
sudden?
Maybe they have two devices. I don't know how to do that. I'm
Yeah,
not
okay.
that.
I don't know. It says follow
I'm
the
not that
live
skilled.
creator. Whatever.
Whatever. It is what it is.
I'm happy to see that we can both see it. All
Okay,
right.
so now
So let's get back.
the next step. So you've been broken. You're rumble. You're rubble.
Yeah.
You've looked inward to see what's going on. Where did I break? My foundation's cracked. Where's it cracked? Then you join a brotherhood. Things get good. Things are moving along in your life.
And then you were
Boom. I'm not going to go to the meeting on Monday this week. I don't need to talk about my perspective. And since I'm not going to bring up my perspective, I'm not going to go on Wednesday either because it doesn't matter where I'm going because I actually just met this woman out at the bar. She's amazing. And yeah, you guys will be here. Whatever. So yeah, I'm no longer going to be part of the Brotherhood because I am perfectly healed.
That's the scary part. That's the scary part. That's when the old habits kick in, the old temptations, just all those bad ways you start to, doubt. You doubt yourself. Others create that doubt in you. It's yeah, that resistance is bad.
So
For
when the
sure.
resistance comes up, that's the old habits, the old temptations.
That's right.
And you're like, yeah, you start falling for the red flags that you used to fall for.
Yeah.
And you forget the
Thank you,
values that
Cookie.
you've learned within the Brotherhood. You forget everything that you've picked up. It slowly goes out the window.
Overlooked.
Now, that's not to say that you can't skip a meeting because
Yeah.
Joel, who's in our group, he missed a meeting 2 weeks in a row, but he was going out to dinner with his wife, and I commend that. I don't want people that are in this group to miss out on life because they had a meeting.
That's what
We're
it's
always
all
gonna be
about,
here.
right?
But if he skips every meeting moving forward, then, well, and that's his world. I'm sure he'll be
Yeah.
back in a couple of years, worse off than he is now, but maybe not. But I encourage men, if something comes up, they have a date night or some family event and the meeting is in the way, live your life. But don't let the old habits creep in. Don't let the old temptations creep in. And don't fall for the same old red flags.
That's right.
I'm gonna let you
Real
read that passage
fast.
after that one because I can't say that word.
Yeah, Nehemiah.
Yeah.
Nehemiah 4:17, real fast though. Matthew, who's on our Facebook or YouTube. Matthew, no, we have not forgot about our YouTube peeps. So anybody that's
I did.
on Facebook or YouTube, please share if you don't mind. We would appreciate that and get the Brotherhood out as far as we possibly can. Thank you all. So Nehemiah 4:17, those who carried materials did their work with one hand and held a weapon with the other. Now I giggle when I read this passage
You
because
can't
I
do
only
that.
have one hand. So
Carry your
I'm
tools in your
bumming
mouth
on that. Yeah.
or your weapon in your mouth.
Carrying,
You pick.
yeah. But it is true.
So what does that
Yeah.
mean to you? What is it saying? So if I have my tools in one hand and my weapon in the other, what are we doing here?
You always you're rebuilding, but you're staying vigilant,
Yes, I like it.
right? So it's so funny. I can't stop laughing. My brain is just laughing inside, thinking about this sword in one hand, and
And a cheeseburger in your mouth.
I'm thinking somehow tying something off to my chest or something, and maybe I just put a sword to my waist going forward.
There you go.
Put a
There you go.
hammer in my hand, and I got it going.
So Brandon says on TikTok, he's a living testament to that. I'm not sure what part of that. The old habits, maybe? I'm not sure. So
What are you talking about, brother? Add it into the comments. Let us know so we can run back over it with you.
we can address what you're a living testament to.
So it's you build with one hand, you defend with the other, right? That's what it's about. It's rebuilding your life,
Yes.
but staying vigilant. You don't want to fall back into those old ways. You want to be able to continue on the path of the rebuild and not fall off track. So yes, miss a meeting because you're doing something that's good, family time or something like that, and it's important for it to be during that time. That's wonderful. That's living. That's following what the Brotherhood's teaching you to do with a strong foundation. But
Brandon says you can't see that right on yours.
no, I don't know.
It's all right. It's all good. So he said living testament to that, and then he said living testament to what happens when you let your values slip, when you let the hard work fall away, and into your old ways. Exactly. So Brandon, yes. So this did happen to you. Guess what? You are the only person in the whole world that's ever happened to. No, I'm kidding. I was a victim as well. Well, victim. I hate using that word, but when I first got coached after my divorce, I did like maybe 2 or 3 coaching sessions with my coach, and I was done. There was no brotherhood. There was nothing. I went out. I started dating, and I had 2 failed relationships, and I realized that it was the same problems with these women that I had with my wife.
Because that's the problem. The problem is the moment we feel the slightest bit of joy or strength inside of ourselves again,
Mhm.
we think that we have fixed ourselves. The problem is if you had followed the last week's podcast or this one, when worlds break, the problem is the man has to break before the rebuild. Just because you have a good feeling because of the last few weeks or the last coaching sessions or the last couple months of a brotherhood does not mean that you are fixed. If you are broken, you need to rebuild. You can't fix what already broke. And that's why you fell back into that stage, brother. That's the answer to that question.
Matthew gave up on
Statement.
YouTube and Facebook. He's now on TikTok.
All right. Don't like it, Matthew. We like that you are our whole viewer on YouTube.
I wish that TikTok would work better with Riverside. It would be nice.
Yeah, I know.
But it is what it is.
What bothers me is the back and forth. I will say I'm excited that I finally figured out tonight that I can pinch the picture on TikTok. I did not like that, like it was so blown out. Like you can put your hand on the picture and and blow yourself up.
Sure.
So I wasn't showing like my entire body, the whole room, everything behind me,
Gotcha.
all my books, everything. If you look at the TikTok now, all you see is basically the same thing you see on Riverside, which is great.
Gotcha.
But so the next stage, you all right?
Yeah, my phone was moving.
It's
fine.
good.
That's all good.
Walking away on you, huh?
Yeah, it was, but it was coming from. So I was like, maybe I need to read this, but I'll read it. I know who that is.
Right.
And so this new man show, a man stage, I would say that is 90% of the men that are in our school. They are at that point where they have surpassed that whole I'm good, I'm quitting, and now they're moving to they are embracing the person they have become, and they're just building on that. So now they are rebuilt, but now they're going from a 1-story house to a skyscraper. There's no stopping them.
Right. Because the foundation is not breakable at this point. That foundation is solidifying.
Mm-hmm.
Concrete hardens as it ages. That's a foundation. Even in the Bible, it talks about a rock for a foundation. And I'm sorry I don't have the passage. My brain's got too many things in it to think of the passage for it right now. And I apologize for the viewers for that. But
Noor just joined. Welcome, Noor.
Huh?
I said Noor just joined, so I'm saying welcome, Noor.
No, welcome. Welcome, Zep. I didn't catch that, but welcome, Zep. Welcome, CC, as well, that just joined in as well. Anybody that's new in here, if you'd share the live, we'd appreciate it very much. Welcome to Living by Oak Values podcast. But yeah, so back to it, you're right. About 90% of the men that are in the Brotherhood school are at that point that foundation is not shakable anymore. The values are really starting to set in. The boundaries are starting to set in. They're really becoming solid men. They're becoming a new man. The rebuild is almost at its completion.
There's no completion.
There is no end to rebuilding a man.
But they're stronger than the man who fell.
True completion. The point is to never stop. It's just like with life. The day you stop learning should be the day you take your last breath. The day you stop building who you are as a man should be the day you take your last breath. It should never stop. Never stop. You should wake up every day wanting to be better than the last.
Absolutely. Not even wanting. You should wake up every day striving to do one thing.
Yes. Welcome, Margaret.
Tell some clients, to do 1% better than yesterday. Just even like not a client, but you're the guy in the group, Jarrett. He was saying that he's doing so many push-ups a day. Try to increase that by 1 tomorrow. Whatever, increase it, but don't overwhelm yourself. But do better tomorrow than you did today.
Something.
So whatever you do today, do 1% better tomorrow, and 1% better than that the next day. And before you know it, you'll be very happy.
You imagine for anybody out there that's watching, I know we even have women with us on TikTok as well, regardless, male or female. Imagine if you spent the next year of your life striving even to just be 1% better every day for the next 365 days. Imagine where you'd be. Now, picture it even better for that join the Brotherhood school. Now you've got 3 coaching calls to hold you accountable, to help you make goals, to bridge you through the week, to find your gratitude and find your reflection. But on top of that, you have a whole motivated men's group as well. And it's just, it changes your life for 84 cents a day. To mention that in again, guys, go to northmancoaching.com. Go to resources, click
Do
on
it.
the Brotherhood School. You get your first 7 days free. Like I said, we have 4 meetings a week. 3 of them are technically calls. They're half-an-hour calls. The Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thursday is our motivated men's group, which is longer than that. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I promise you,
2:15 this past week, but it was good.
You won't be sad that you're there for that amount of time. You will enjoy it, and you will learn from it and grow. Yeah, for 84 cents a day, I guess. Or if you go the annual route, it's 54 cents a day. It's so worth it. It's so worth having that brotherhood. We have a community. Guys talk on this platform every day with one another. We have a group chat where guys chat every day when guys have anything going wrong with them and they choose to add it into that chat. The phone goes crazy all day long. That is a brotherhood. We walk shoulder to shoulder and build brick by brick.
Get that brick by brick now. So Joel says, great group, seriously, men, it's the real deal. Being a better man will transfer over to the ladies, to your children and your family. Do it, or I will come sell you some insurance. Yeah, I love it. I love it. What movie was I know a movie that is, I can't remember what it is now. It was like not one of the better mobster movies, but
Do it, or
Joel, throw that in there. What was that, please?
Come on, Joel. Yeah, help us out here.
It was definitely not one of the better ones. Money Manny just joined. What's up, Money Manny?
Okay.
So a Bible passage for the new man stage is 2 Corinthians 5:17, which is, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has gone, the new has come. And that is, to me, that's just saying that you have to let that old person go for the new one to be born. And we actually did that on our retreat, remnant retreat with Awakening Church, where we had
the parchment paper.
Yes, the parchment paper. We wrote our negative beliefs that we were told, pretty much the person that we thought that we were, based on what others had told us. I mean, we burned it. We had a funeral service, if you will, in order for the new version to grow.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful thing. The beautiful thing to see all those men go and just let that part of themselves go, release it, say goodbye to it, and start to rebuild.
So, and when you find yourself in this broken season, you'll realize that this season is, every season has a reason, or whatever they say, but the reason behind this season is that the season will produce a rebuilt man, men who have stronger faith, stronger discipline, and a stronger identity. And I can speak on my part for that, because I was married, or even before my marriage, growing up, my faith wasn't strong like it is now. I was Catholic, but I went to church once a week, never touched the Bible. We didn't say grace with dinner. I went once a week on Sundays to do my hour and asked for forgiveness for my sins. And then I went out and did the same sins again. The only discipline I had was from the military. So I did not have a disciplined life like I have now. And my identity, I was wish-washy. If I found a bunch of cool people to hang out with and they were, I don't know, whatever they were doing, I would become just like them. I would morph into them. But even worse, if I met a woman who's into something that I wasn't into, I would morph into that. And I would be like her sidekick. So I was so wish-washy. Now I know who I am. I know my faith. I know my values. I know my standards. And that's who I am. That's not going to change.
And isn't that such an amazing feeling?
And Joel's not going to answer if I don't think.
But isn't that such an amazing feeling?
It is.
To know that you have those values, to know that you stand by them, no matter who it's with. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's with people out in the world. It doesn't matter if it's with the women you date or your own children. You have standards, you have boundaries, and you have a solid foundation to stand on. And because of that, you are unbreakable. You are unshakable. Sure, things can hurt in life. Nobody's bulletproof. But When you have a solid foundation in life and real values, you don't have to worry about being torn back down and going back to that stage of when worlds break. As long as you keep putting that work in and you have that brotherhood and you don't try to face life on your own, you're always going to have that foundation to return back to, and you don't have to worry about that redo. And that's the part that's so amazing.
I'm trying to look this up.
What's that? What are you looking at?
The movie.
What did that just say? It just looked like La Razzle Dazzle. How are you doing tonight? Welcome. Rosetta Monta, Joe Shriwa, Rodney Dubusky. How you doing, everyone?
Yeah, I'm not looking anymore.
Welcome to Living by Oak Values podcast. Throw a share out for us if you don't mind. We'd
We're gonna wrap
appreciate
this
it
up in
very
a minute.
much. That's all right. We
Why don't
can
you read that
always
last
ask for a share.
Bible phrase or verse?
What do you got on there for
Nehemiah, right?
Nehemiah?
Nehemiah.
Nehemiah.
You got both Nehemiahs.
Sure. Nehemiah 2:18. Let us rise up and build a simple
Amen.
but powerful call to action. Man.
That is the most powerful call right there.
That is something, right? Let us rise up and build. You make
Yes.
the choice. You choose, and only you choose whether or not you want to rise up and build. You can build yourself and you can build others, but you have to make that choice. No one can make it for you.
And remember, to all the men and even women out there, that you will all watch something in your lifetime collapse about you at some point. You will witness it. Trust me. But the rubble isn't the end of your story. It can be if you choose that. But if you choose to rebuild, you can and you will. But you have to rise up and build. If you don't rise up and build and be strong about it, it's not going to happen. Before we wrap this up, I want to say that if you're looking for another great podcast, check out, I have two of them for you, Sessions and Lessons. It's a husband and wife combo. They release episodes every single Wednesday and Sunday. And the one half, there you go, right there. I don't have my cup. It's in the dishwasher. You're a little cut off. Go to the, I don't know, that way. There you go. Now you're perfect.
Okay.
And the wife has her own podcast, which is called Glowing Off Script. And that releases every single Friday. Joel Rosario has an amazing book out. It's called May December End. You got it, brother?
I am the lucky gentleman that has one of the one and only copies
One and
of
only, huh?
May December End, The Ballad of Joey Flowers by Joe Rosario.
Before we wrap this up, so check out that book. Check out those two podcasts. If you are looking for some coaching, some one-on-one sessions, go to northmancoaching.com and book you a free 60-minute session. I got a couple spots open. Be happy to help you guys out. If we can knock it all out in 60 minutes and not charge you a thing, man, that would be a great day for everybody. You want more? I got more for you. And if you're looking for a motivational coach, check out C.E. Shuffler. He is a motivational, discipline, workout kind of guy. He'll whoop your ass in shape. So check him out. And Coach Carey just joined. What's up, Coach Carey? And that it? What else we got? Join the school.
Yeah. Go to northmancoaching.com. Guys, if you're in your first 30 days of a marriage, hitting that D word.
Yes, D word. Forgot about that.
Go to northmancoaching.com and download the free ebook, The First 30 Days. It's a free download, guys. Go on and do it. The choices and decisions, things you're going to say, everything about the next 30 days is going to shape several years to come. You might be able to save your marriage. You might not be able to. But that book will help save you. And that's what's the most important.
Yes.
But like Gary said again, go on, guys. Take the free 60-minute coaching call with Gary. It is so worth it. I assure you, I can attest to it. Gary was my life coach years ago. Trust me, you won't be dissatisfied in one bit. Join the Brotherhood School. Come in. You go to northmancoaching.com, go to resources, click on the Brotherhood School. You get the first 7 days for free. That means you get to see all 4 of our groups free of charge. Free of charge. You'll be happy you came. You will join. I know you will, but just so you know, once you do come in, because you will join after you have, it is 84 cents a day. It's $26 a month. It's nothing. You go the annual, it's 54 cents a day. Guys, we spend so much more money on some of the dumbest out there. This is building you. This is spending money to make you the best man that a man can be.
Amen.
And nothing is more priceless than that.
So before we wrap this up, which is going to be in 2 seconds, check us out tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. on YouTube and Facebook, not TikTok, just YouTube and Facebook for our morning devotional and coffee and just talking about some personal growth and mindset stuff. 15 minutes is all it's going to be. So check us out tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. sharp. And I'm going to leave all you fine peoples with a question. Please go to northmancoaching.com or email me at gary@northmancoaching.com with your answer, or throw it in the chat on Facebook or YouTube or whatever. What part of your life is currently in rubble? And what kind of man are you choosing to rebuild from it? So where are you crumbling and what are you trying to rebuild from it? I would love to hear some answers on that later on in the future, tomorrow or whatever. And that is all I have, I believe.
Yeah. Guys, take the time. Take the time. It takes 2 minutes. Throw it out there. Like you said, go to Gary@northmancoaching.com for the email, or just throw it in the YouTube or the Facebook chat.
Or even on TikTok at Superior Mailman or at AJ Deep Roots.
That's right. Just what part of your life is currently in rumble, and what kind of man are you choosing to rebuild? And what kind of man are you choosing to rebuild from it?
Yes.
Take a second. Do it. Check out northmancoaching.com.
Get it done, guys. All right, you guys have a good night, and we'll see you
tomorrow.
Bright and early tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Have a good one, guys.
Good night.